Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. So he was wavering about whether or not he should go overseas because of the 3 dead Americans. He said, I don't know. He just came out and confirmed that he is indeed going to go. But he also confirmed something else. He's going to go to East Palestine, Ohio. Woohoo! A year after the fact. A year after the fact, after that devastation. And by the way, the environmental impact, these are the people that are all about the environment, right? They supposedly care about that stuff. And yet when a community like East Palestine goes through what it went through, they are nowhere to be found. That's not their story. They sent poor Pete Buttigieg. Haven't seen him lately. I mean, we have like all these plane issues going on, Boeing, etc. I can't find Pete. But he did do a little lap through East Palestine, Ohio last year because the president, for whatever reason, did not want to go. Well, Peter Ducey over at Fox, he did a little reporting on this, he and his producer. You're not going to believe what the mayor of East Palestine has to say about all this. I want Peter to tell you, and I want you to see this exchange. It's really just unbelievable between him and KJP. You know, you can feel the animosity there. I don't think she likes him very much because he was pushing, like, when on earth is the president going to go to East Palestine, Ohio? I guess when he wants the news story to shift, to change, maybe somebody will think he's actually in the Middle East. Maybe even if he's really lucky, people will get East Palestine confused with Gaza. And then they'll think he actually went to the Gaza Strip and was trying to, I mean, unbelievable, right? I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but let Peter tell you what he's hearing.
The mayor of East Palestine told one of our White House producers, Pat Ward, earlier this month that his preference at this point, after a year, would be for President Biden, and this is a quote, he said the best time for him to come would be February of 2025 when he is on his book tour. And the mayor there, Trent Conaway, also said, we have heard nothing from the administration about a visit. He also said, I don't know what he would do here. Now, a couple months ago, while we were waiting for this announcement, we asked Karine Jean-Pierre about the holdup.
Just one more. The president said over the long weekend that he hasn't had the occasion to go to East Palestine. I just haven't been able to break. The derailment was on February 3rd.
The president will go to East Palestine. He promised that he would, and he will. You saw him.
So he was not on a break when he was in Lake Tahoe?
I will say this again. The president is going to go to East Palestine, as he has said that he is committed to do. You saw him.
Time since then, many trips to Delaware. There was a Christmas week in St. Croix. There was time at Camp David. But the flight to Cleveland, Ohio, which is less than an hour on Air Force One, was too much to take a break for the president until now. Again, we have no idea why this announcement is happening now, except for the fact that Ohio is a battleground state in the election year that we are now in.
Well, there you go. Right, political animal that he is. Do you think he cares about the people of East Palestine, Ohio? Do you think he even understands the optics of not having gone to East Palestine, Ohio? I mean, I'll tell you one thing. That is something that Trump got. He totally got optics. When people needed him, boom, he'd be like right there. He'd be, remember, like handing out the water, handing out anything he could to help people who had suffered a natural disaster. He was there every chance he could get on the ground. Biden doesn't think he needs to go. No, he gets to hang out on the beach in Delaware or in St. Croix. I mean, wow, like out of touch. Seriously, massively out of touch and not good at his job. Like, okay, you're a politician. People just went through something really bad. Like, where's your sort of empathy for that? Your humanity? Why wouldn't you be on the first plane and heading out to East Palestine, Ohio? It's just crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. So now he's doing it. And you do have to ask exactly what Peter was asking there. Like, why now? What is it about this magical moment in time? Could it be, and Drew, I'm going to ask Drew in the control room if he has some of these polls that we were looking at this morning, because what you see here in these polls is that Biden is increasingly challenged, increasingly suffering. Take a look at this. This is just amazing, everybody. If the November 2024 election for U.S. president were being held today and Democrat Joe Biden and Republican Donald Trump were on the ballot, for whom would you vote? And you see, look at that red line in that first graphic, all states, +6, up 6 points, ladies and gentlemen, to Donald Trump. And then you go through some of these battleground places. Remember, we've been talking about Wisconsin. Look down there on the lower, I guess that would be your right side. I'm looking at the screen in a backwards way from what you're seeing, but Wisconsin down there. Hey, I guess it would be there. Wisconsin up 5. In other words, he was down a couple points in Wisconsin per the New York Times report and poll that we got in November. And now this new one has him up 5 in Wisconsin, up 3 in Pennsylvania, up 8 in Nevada, up 8 in Georgia, up 5 in Michigan, up 10 in North Carolina, up 3 in Arizona. Oh my goodness, he might just win the thing. You see how scared they are. You see how freaked out they are, enough that he's finally, after a year, going to go to East Palestine, Ohio. It's pretty pathetic. But, I guess whatever makes you tick, whatever motivates you to do the right thing, a year later, I don't think the people are going to receive him very well. You heard, of course, Peter say what the mayor said. He ought to come by in 2025 on his book tour. You get it? 2025, when we have a new person in charge.